Well, Steve Christakos is joining us back for the latest controversy from the NFL this weekend, and ready to and some big news for the RT America Sports Department. Steve, welcome back.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
Okay, what's the big news?
Well, we here in the sports headquarters on In Question, and on this show, we will cover MLS highlights. We got all the action from the Major League Soccer.
America, yeah. Major League Soccer?
Yes.
That's huge.
Yeah, and we have, DC United right down the street here, and they just qualified for the playoffs yesterday with a big win against New York City. And Wayne Rooney, he came back in July. He scored 2 goals in that win. So he's been bringing a lot. They have the new Audi Field, and he's been bringing a lot of that star power. So fans are filling up that new 20,000-seat stadium, $500 million stadium, Audi Field. It's really cool out there. So we'll be covering all that.
Well, I mean, every youth in America has started to play soccer now, and now they're kind of continuing. I love to see the sports continue to grow, and I love that they're actually expanding MLS here in America. I know Nashville, my hometown, is getting there. There's the debate of where they're going to build the stadium. I think it's wonderful that they're actually building up a sport that so many kids get a chance to play, both male and females, and they can continue to follow it all the way through. It's excellent news. Congratulations. That's a big win for you guys.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's go to the NFL and football. This weekend, controversy is striking back up again.
Yes. So Reid, he started playing with the Panthers recently, and everybody was curious what he was going to do in his first game back, if he was going to kneel or not, and he, of course, did in support of his friend Colin Kaepernick. Now, Malcolm Jenkins, the Panthers played the Eagles yesterday, and Malcolm Jenkins of the Eagles, they got in a little pregame dust-up after the coin toss because Reid feels that Jenkins sold out, kind of like the cause, by his Players Coalition, basically. Jenkins created a Players Coalition in which they made a deal with the NFL that if the NFL donated about $90 million to organizations that were supported causes that African Americans were African American considered important to them in the African American community, if they donated $90 million to those organizations, they would stop kneeling during the protests. So Reid is saying, well, that's kind of a deal with the devil. That negates the whole movement, and he's still kneeling in support of his friend because also Colin Kaepernick still doesn't have a job. So he's kneeling for the social injustice aspect of it and to see his friend get a job back in the NFL.
Okay, so Reid, he was the first Panther to kneel. The coach is, in their entire history, he was actually let to be like a free agent this last spring. So, I mean, it wasn't popular. Titans passed him over. I think the Falcons passed him over. He gets signed on. He kneels. Like I said, there's close friend. But here's the problem. He's in a pre-fight scuffle with somebody who's actually found a solution, gotten a lot of money towards causes that they're supposed to be supporting in this.
Well, Reid's position is that he's saying Malcolm Jenkins kind of sold out and he capitalized on the movement in order to fund his group that he created, the Players Coalition. So that's where he's coming from. He was pretty angry. I don't know if you saw the scuffle, but they had to be separated, just before the game started.
It's a solution. Here's my thing. We don't, Kaepernick and even Reid, they've not given a solution like what they want to happen to stop kneeling. You get a solution with a couple zeros attached to it for some very worthy causes that all these players care about, and yet there's still the fight going on. There's still the controversy. The NFL's hurting right now because of all of this controversy, by the way. What did we see? I think the UBS Security said in February of 2018, 50% of U.S. consumers said that they watched less NFL football in 2017. I imagine that's continuing. I know a lot of people gave up their tickets in 2018. Any comments yet from the NFL over this scuffle?
Well, no comments yet because there were no fists thrown or anything. They got, separated. There's no suspensions that are going to be handed down. I don't believe so. But it was just kind of a personal issue that they ended up having words about, and they needed to be separated. So we'll see where that goes next time they play. But
well, that's my question. Is there any other? Now, how is the kneeling going this season? Are we seeing as much of, as many across the board doing it that we saw in 2017 and 2016? I
don't think you're seeing as many, but you're still seeing players here and there on teams that are doing that. And teams can now, since there's a freeze on that policy they made over the summer, the NFL froze where they said they would be suspended and fined. So teams now have their individual rules. They can impose whatever fines they want on the individual player as a team.
Well, the football season is going on, and so is the controversy. And tonight we have Monday Night Football.
Yes, we do. Giants at Falcons, and I guess Falcons are favored by 4 points.
I'm an Atlanta girl by birth, so I'm going to go Falcons. And what's the score right now? I think you're beating me.
I think I'm up 5-3.
You know what? It's still early in the season. Thanks for joining us.